finger because we're going to show you that. Is this gorgeous?
Okay, Adrienne,
vintage.
I remember when you had, well, you still have, but I remember when you used to wear this ring all the time.
I wear this, I have this ring, and I wear it all the time. I bought it in Paris in an Art Deco store and paid a fortune for it. And by the way, I paid a fortune for it, and mine is not gold and diamonds. Mine is the same. It's enamel.
Really?
Bet you thought it was gold and diamonds.
I did.
It's not. I wear it today.
She does. And I mean, I can remember when I first started doing her cosmetic shows. You wore this constantly. Okay, so we are bringing you the look of Adrienne's buckle ring, and we're doing it $5 off. Now, you gotta realize we have 50 minutes left for you to get these anniversary specials. $11 and change on your charge card to bring this home on FlexPay, or $8.99. But the richness of enamel, and also the difficulty, dates back to the days of the Fabergé eggs, right?
Well, it comes from the Fabergé. What happened when the Russian Revolution and all of the Russian enamel makers and diamond setters were scattered? Most of them went to Paris, and they took with them the art of making, doing exquisite enamel. Up to that point, that was the secret of Russia. So the ring you are looking at is truly one of the few examples of the old Russian art. And the giving of a ring in the shape of a buckle goes back to Victorian times. It signifies love. It symbolized strength, loyalty, and protection. By the way, that was the late 19th century, early 20th century. And because the buckle ring is worn tightly around the finger, it is said to create an unbreakable bond of eternal love. So that you know, the rings with the stories to them are always the most fun. But the House of Fabergé really produced so many fine enamel setters, enamel makers and diamond setters that ended up to the European continent and found work at the finest jewelers. The finest jewelers were so happy to get it because after the revolution in 1917 was the first they could get these. Wow. So when you're looking at a real vintage piece of jewelry there.
Well, and to be able to get something that, again, is true enameling. It's an art form that hasn't changed very much over the years in terms of the way they produce it. So to be able to do something at this price point for this type of technique that, again, you got to think, started with the days of the Fabergé eggs for $44.95, and then the collectability of it, and just the look of it, too, Adrienne.
And when I was in Russia, they show you all what's left of the royal jewels, because a lot of them were scattered, stolen, and lost. A lot of them lost. And when the Romanovs were killed, a lot of this, all the royalties scattered. Yeah. And a lot of the pieces were taken apart for the stones. They had to eat. They literally had to eat. They were so what you're looking at here is one of the designs that was kept, and how wonderful, how lucky we are that we're able to reproduce it and own something so very, very special. You know, the House of Fabergé were known as the very, very finest of any of the artisans, the very finest. So anyone who hired an artist from the House of Fabergé was thrilled with the workmanship. Okay,
they're telling us we're gonna wrap this up, and remember, the anniversary price goes away in the next 45 minutes. We also want to show you, give you a quick update on our multicolored station necklace. We have fewer than 100 remaining. Now that's that